closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Well, you got a name, miss?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl. This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will. Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know. But I know someone who does. Follow me.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful. I heard about your little friend.
Just a matter of time before Ryan's crews round up anybody talks bad about him. I mean, just look what happened to Frank Fontaine.
What happened to these children? What are they?
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia? Little sisters. Atom factories.
Green means go.
Grotesque.
This is the rule all little girls know.
Hey, keep moving, buddy.
Compromise? Is that why we came to Rapture? I could compromise in Red Hook.
We're just men and women, Alan. You hold yourself to that standard, you'll never be happy.
In what country is there a place for men like me? Men who refuse...
Come on. We haven't got all day.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What you mean? Are they just some kind of machine?
Well, I say you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic before you're allowed to vote on it. Otherwise, it's just a...
DeWitt. The Hostic sees you, he'll toss you out on your ass again. Got some nerve showing your face around here, pal.
Funny.
What?
You not knowing about the little sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, I thought it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshments, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
I went through basic with them, decent sort. But the Italians, Papa this and Papa that. They can't take a crap without a papal dispensation.
Dr. Steinman told me he uses my picture.
Sir, ma'am.
Fontaine. Now there was a stretch.
Buongiorno, signore.
Suchong observed strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on... Suchong's own creation on plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Suchong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Mr. DeWitt. I'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're expected...
No mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the Artist Struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any. What brung you to Rapture?
A man.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't. Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
A fine day to you both.
It is your duty to report the smuggler.
Excuse me. The lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
I beg your pardon?
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we
Cohen
wouldn't
sends
notice?
those masks out in some kind of box.
The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
Damn. Must be somewhere else.
I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp!
Get your hands off me!
A rapture reminder. The bottom of the ocean is our home, but it can also be a dangerous place. Any leak is a bad thing. Report any unexplained water promptly to the Central Council.
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Where should we look next? Upstairs at the Artist's Struggle or Rapture Records straight ahead?
Are you in the know? The Big Daddy may look imposing, but he's a gentle giant. Do you know all he does for Rapture? These metal jets are the hands that maintain Rapture, digging the foundation out of the seabed and guiding structural supports into place. Where do these metal mysteries come from? Sorry, chum, that's a Ryan Industries trade secret. Now you know.
Whatever that barber did to you, I hope he's retained a capable attorney.
Suchong observe strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Suchong's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Su Chong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
You see that dish I walked in with? Will you give her the star treatment, pal? Then I'll make it worth your while.
But of course, right away. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it Miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Oh, would you? Oh, I would like so much to understand.
In this piece, Cohen intended to show us
Find
the
that box.
You see all that in that little picture?
Yes, in fact. Now, did your companion go?
Oh, what's this one? Oh, please, it's so beautiful.
Nothing. Well, only one place left.
Is something truly extraordinary. Shall I explain?
Oh, yes, please. Tell me everything. You're so not. You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I'm not looking to go.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course.
What is this piece?
It's by Trinae.
Where is he hiding that box?
There you are, you little son of a bitch.
Music does something to me. Especially something in this vein. It's almost primal. This part of us that exists before thought, before logic, purely sensual.
The finest music is us in places
That we never knew existed.
Yes.
Can you turn it up? I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing. Good. You've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You've got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Dance, dance, move! Move, move, that's right, that's right. Be the conduit! Open yourselves to the music, to the spirit of the eternal! No. Why Why do you fail in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse? My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! Thus...
Santa, for God's sake!
My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here. There shall be no failure on my canvas. Oh, there's no room in Rapture anymore for the artist. Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right? My. This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, lady?
I need to ask you a few questions.
Questions, yes. Yes. It is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You are more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you not? Watch this one, DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to
Listen,
go.
Cohen, you son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt.
What?
Dance with me.
Come, dance.
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure?
But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
As I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
For 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
No!
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick! I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
Mr. DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt! Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty. To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one. No need to thank me. I'm not so sure you'll like what you find.
Look,
Fontaine's. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
How many people do you suppose Ryan's got locked up in that place?
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. All right, there's a dock up ahead.
Takes a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
What's that?
Barrier, let's see.
You read your residency contract with Ryan Industries? In perpetuity, we're all buried at sea.
Don't get too comfortable. Keep your eyes open.
Seem to be some supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
It's Booker.
What?
Just call me Booker.
If it's all the same to you, let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt. Look up there.
Could be handy.
A skyhook.
Skyhook? You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber. Constants and variables.
Constants and what?
Never mind.
Goddamn grabber stuck.
Mr. DeWitt! Someone's coming!
All right, I got the grabber unjammed.
What'd you say? It's my pole!
Mr. DeWitt, look. Housewares. That's where Cohen said we'd find Sally. The store ran trams between the 3 buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this. When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was, geez, I guess around 51? No, 48?
That's a rather large gap.
Time. Life I had before. Sort of becomes a blur. 49. 49 for sure. Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
Here, little birdies. Eat it up. Well, it's good for you, you know? I've never heard of birds that didn't like seeds. What's the matter with you? Do you think it's poison? He'll see me again if I say his name 4 times. Just gotta keep my chin up. Touch the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 1, 2, 3.
I see what you've been up to! You're heartless! Totally heartless!
Mr. DeWitt, look.
Well, there's the tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive. Mr. DeWitt, look.
Important discovery in Rapture's history. These slugs, the incredible invertebrates that led to the creation of Adam, on display now at the...
Mr. DeWitt! Over here. An ice rink.
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
Says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
is of value. Come back when you get some money, buddy.
Another burst pipe.
Store sunk a few hundred feet beyond its specifications. More pressure, more burst pipes.
Voilà.
Damn thing's locked.
Let me see that. Oh, have matters progressed so little? I could turn this with a rake pick. Done.
Where'd you learn that?
Oh, it's something I picked up a long time ago.
Our frozen friend leaves a hell of a trail.
Please, just say something for Mother.
Palm of my hand. Mark my words. Palm of my hand.
Come on. Just let me in, okay? Fontaine, he said we're all equal down here now. All in the same boat. I just want a taste of some high-class food.
Splicers. I don't think they see us. If you keep quiet, maybe you can get the drop on them. Even the odds.
Yeah. Maybe even lay down a trap or two.
Franklin, why don't you come over and rub Mother's feet? Barking. Isn't somebody gonna clean that up?
I didn't mean it.
Ryan, you bastard. Left me here to rot. Sure, I signed the contract. Helped turn Fontaine's into a prison. 10 days, big rush, everything slapdash. Right before the prisoners are brought in. One of your piece of shit turrets. Bam! Both kneecaps. Now I'm likely a cripple locked in a jail, surrounded by maniacs. Haven't even been paid, but I don't care. Just get me out of here!
Get back here this instant! Back on schedule! I'm done
Whole area's contaminated now.
You'll never overcome yourself like this! You're going to kill yourself! I push you to grow into...
That's all I've got!
Being the best at what you do can really take it out of you. So why at Fort Frolic? Gambling, shop, taking a show, or meet a new friend. Where the best and brightest celebrate success.
What is the greatest lie ever created? What is the most ever perpetrated on mankind?
Fancy putting those lock-picking skills to work?
Oh, this won't take long at all. All done.
Whenever anyone wants to
light the torch of destruction. Great bird. Ancient lies has changed humanity to an endless cycle of guilt and fate.
Yep. Let's keep everything in order, shall we?
Perfect.
It used to be such a thrill to hear Ryan speak. Parasite this, and the exaltation of man that. Sure, it could all get a bit of a bore. But the old bear sure knew how to enunciate.
Good thing going.
Mr. DeWitt, there's a lockpick over there.
Radar range? The latest home advancement from Fontaine Futuristics? Gee, what's that? The radar range heats food from the inside, using microwaves, without gas or fire, in less than half the time.
Oh, why, that's amazing. With the radar range, I can boil lobster tails in minutes, or brew a delicious cup of coffee in seconds.
Fontaine Futuristics, saving my marriage and yours.
Don't expect coddling from me. Are you some fickle child who won't relinquish...
Honey pie?
You're heartless! Totally heartless! Ah!
Respect my privacy. There's gonna be trouble.
Pay up!
You don't look friendly. Look up there.
I gave. You keep.
Go on without me.
For you.
I'm going to skin you alive. Don't walk away when I'm talking to you!
Take it.
The parasite hates three things: free markets, free will, and free
This is no time for horseplay.
Sure, got some high notes. What? I got something new in the works.
You're only making it worse. If you leave this house, they grow up and they leave you.
I told Sander Cohen I'm always ready to cut a record. Put on a show. Said he'd call.
What's happened to these people? They don't even seem sane.
Nothing beats your first splice. From there, it's all downhill. The frozen frosties, the jockeys who'll hand you 1,000 volts as soon as look at you.
You sound sympathetic.
They wouldn't be the first sons of bitches who found an answer at the bottom of a bottle. But once you see them go all weak at the knees at the sight of a little sister and all her Adam, they cut a less sympathetic figure.
Mais bloque.
If you can't trust the council, who can you trust?
I suppose you're right. But where am I going to shop now?
Ouais, vrai, elle m'a bloqué. Eh.
Of my first play, the Herald said, "A dead whale has washed up at the Schubert Theater and stinks a little more with each passing night." The Tribune called my first opera as having the effect of canceling out all of Mozart's classics in a single caterwaul. And now, critics take me to task for my humanitarian work. If I were not there to find a home for these orphans, would these bellyachers take my place? An artist once said, "All critics should be assassinated." I just might take him up on that.
I deserve better! Let's
Short-circuited. Probably be able to pop it open with
A jolt of shock jockey?
You familiar with shock jockey?
More than you could know.
Let's look around. Maybe there's a store ain't been ransacked by splicers yet.
Show me some respect.
You think you can talk to me like that?
Watch it.
Honey? You wanna talk?
Rapture's most beloved musical artist returns with Why Even Ask, his great album catalog. Songs of love, songs of joy, songs of passion.
Accroche-t. Par là.
I'll wait down here.
Wanting an item from the service is forgivable. Buying or smuggling one into Rapture is easy. Stay on the level and out.
Ah, un crochet. On va ouvrir la porte.
This seems right up your alley.
No problem. Got it.
Don't settle for tiny little fruits and vegetables. We scientifically boosted our harvests, so a single banana can feed a family of four. Come see what we mean at the farmer's market in downtown Chicago, because bigger is better.
Babies!
I haven't found anything!
Quit pushing me, or else!
Fait exploser. Les trois corps.
Need some help with this.
Let me have a look.
Oh tiens, il faut crocheter.
There.
These new songs, they're real personal to me. They're like love letters.
Look, there.
To all my
Splicers.
like you.
Eyes! I won't have such...
Annihilate your old self!
Oh là là, je tire.
Don't be so blasted trepidatious.
A man's home is his castle and should be defended as such. You should never back down to an intruder in the night, and with Ryan Industries home defense products, you won't have to. Stand your ground. It's every man's right.
If I give it the doubt,
See him?
how can I expect others
What's your
to
secret,
continue?
honey? Why are you always number one and I'm always pulling up the bottom?
Intellectual superhumans who, in the act of their becoming, destroy the old world and usher in the new. Complete revolution.
We all move the great change, and the great change, us all.
Un jeudi.
You have a friend over, honey? Baby, You want some chocolates?
Any leak is a bad one. Report any unexplained water promptly to the Central Council.
Shut up.
Heartless. That's what this town is. All my audio diaries begging for rescue came back unread, marked return to sender, insufficient postage.
New Ryan Industries drinkable plasmids. All the pleasure, none of the pain.
Why am I there?
My all! This is what happens when you swing with
Don't win.
No doubt about
What
that.
you doing here? How could you?
Oh là là.
Fresh. Offer drinks once, me and a couple of the other friends.
Spiff rabbit.
Glenda? I'm sweetheart! Glenda, honey?
Welcome to the Circus of Value! Hey, I've got a family to feed.
Looks like the plasma department is back that way. I'm sure we'd find something useful there.
Need a lock picked.
Let me see. Ready. Psst. See him? Over there. You see him?
Do not throw the ball in the house. Franklin.
The smuggler is the friend of the parasite. It is your duty
What was that?
to report the smuggler.
You'll always be together. Possession means he'll never stray. For richer, for poorer, he always will adore you. Faithful to
I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
I've always been there for you! Comprehending mind flashing. Perception.
looks easy enough.
Give everyone a lift. Fun for all.
All yours.
Nice.
Oh, you're not gonna outlawyer me on this one, Ryan. You knowingly promoted Old Man Winter with the implication it produced ice, not dry ice. The ice sculpture we commissioned for this year's gala at the Kashmir stands where we left it a month later. All 2,500 pounds of it. And who's still footing the room rental? Oh, not you, you son of a bitch.
What is the greatest lie ever created?
Why did Ryan lock up all of Fontaine's followers in a department store?
He needed somewhere to put Fontaine's buttonman. Why not shut down the competition in the bargain?
But I thought Andrew Ryan was all about free markets and open competition.
All those ideas lose their luster when the quarterly earnings come in and you find the other guys eating your lunch. Either way, Fontaine's dead.
It's trouble.
Outside the place is there.
It's freezing in here.
Something tells me all that cold isn't just coming from the ice rink.
Fais loin avec ça.
These jerks. Nobody gets even a sip unless I say so. You got it? Anyone comes near that bottle without permission is a dead man.
I never realized how many folks be watching me. I should warn you, I'm carrying a piece.
Dressing you down? Far from it. We will go much further. We will unmake you.
Mr. DeWitt, the plasmid? Have you forgotten what we came for? Want me to open up that cabinet? We should grab that plasmid.
You want to take a look at this?
It's done.
Damn it, that son of a bitch drank every last bottle of Old Man Winter.
I think I can help.
What was that?
It's a new plasmid. Lets me bring in things that might exist, but don't.
I'm not sure I understand. What's it called?
Tear.
Where'd you find that?
You don't expect a girl to share all her secrets, do you, Mr. DeWitt?
Freeze your enemies. Shatter them into 1,000 pieces.
See what a success that is? You see how all that fell
I've been on a sabbatical for 15 years now. I get some work. Get back to real.
No, it's not the strongest that survive, but who hides from the light of reason? Where do you go?
All right. I know you're the client and all, but I've gone about far enough without a few answers.
My purpose here is none of your concern. Consider me a means to an end.
Then why do I get the feeling I'm being set up?
I told you I'm in collections. An account is in arrears. My clients simply want to see matters set to right.
Don't make any sense, that's all.
If you don't like the arrangement, the bathysphere's back that way.
It's scientific fact that a diet rich in fish and secrets improves cognitive function. So if you want to be as brilliant as you can possibly be...
Oh, you're not gonna outlawyer me on this one, Ryan. You knowingly promoted Old Man Winter with the implication it produced ice, not dry ice. The ice sculpture we commissioned for this year's gala at the Kashmir stands where we left it a month later. All 2,500 pounds of it. And who's still footing the room rental? Oh, not you, you son of a bitch.
Frank Fontaine called me in the other day. Me, Ray Larson. Says trouble's coming and he's passing out special plasmids to all his best guys. I mean, it's an honor, but man, I started getting these shingles all over. Skin's discolored. Like when a guy's about to lose a limb, you know? And I can't seem to pile on enough clothes.
Got it.
I hate to ask, but is this happening to everybody?
Elle est pas le coup.
Over there. You see him?
Open it.
Done.
Turn my car! You left me with nothing! Go get my own home! Prepare yourself for greatness!
Now!
On it.
Do it!
Done.
Oh enggak.
Ain't he ever in? Okay.
Careful. They don't look friendly.
Open it!
You bet.
Welcome to the Circus of Value. Come back when you get some money, buddy.
I don't have time for those incapable of greatness.
Do it. Now!
All right.
Somebody reload this for me.